My friend, certainly. Just take your time. So
Life isn't easy.
Oh my, now who? I've seen this face. My wares it is you want to see. I promise you they'll My wares it is you want to see. I promise you they'll bring you glee.
You're a foreigner.
What? Oh, yes, certainly.
not from around here, are you?
Oh, hello there. Walk like all your heart could ever desire. Take a look. May his light guide you. Come back if you find the time.
Hammers, daggers, looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier. Cut. Again. People of this.
Apples, dates, bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farmer's toast and Doonville.
Yeah. It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
It's the Black Guardian. Don't you fear?
My sir, you...
Ah, you've come at the right time. The twins. Two nasty, hairy Oh, yeah. But judging by how you fought, that's bold words. All right, then go downstairs and warm up.
Come on.
I'll tell you when we're ready.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, two familiar faces will fight a rookie who you've already grown to love. The twins against the mysterious warrior only known as the Wanderer. It is a battle to the death, a battle about gold and blood. Now enough of the words. Time to give you what you've all been waiting for. Warriors, fight!
Let me find some little money.
I'll fucking crush you.
What do you want? Ah, sure. Sorry. I was elsewhere. Here's your share. Well deduced, detective. His shadow tribute, which my esteemed father, who rediscovered his juvenile spite in his last years, refuses to pay. Which, in return, means that the nice guy who just paid me a visit will send us some of Rolata's goons to either set fire to our establishment, or send my father onto the Eternal Paths a couple of years earlier, if I don't think of something. Protection money. If you want to stay alive down here, you have to pay. Oh, you have no idea how the wind blows down here, do you? Thanks for the offer, but no. Only an utter idiot would take on the Rolata. 2 or 3 days, give or take. Oh, I know you'd love to jump right back in. But if we start doing battles every bloody minute, the crowd will lose interest. And money. Just swing by in a couple of days, alright? You'll get your fight. So long. Yes?
Come to bed. Talk to Rasha.
Look at that. You have a talent for showing up when you're needed. Gur Halnan. He's been fighting for a while now. A brute in heavy armor. I won't lie. He'll be a tough nut to... Aren't you, eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs
From the upper
and
city,
warm up.
huh?
The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am. I know who you are. And above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight? Today, there is something special on the menu. Or should I say, something savage? Because this is a word that best describes the beast our still undefeated rookie must stand his ground against. Mesdames and messieurs, I present Gur Halnan, the Berserker of the Steppes, versus the Wanderer. Shed some blood, warriors!
Keep walking. Not bad. I have to hand it to you. You're really starting to impress me. I didn't think you'd stand a chance against old Gur. Kinda sad to see him gone, but he knew the risks. Here's your share. Come back in 2 days or so. What do you want? Ah, aye, we are. The Ringmaster plans to pair you with Raga Shadowclaw. No, but you will soon. She's an alchemist. Small tip from my side, don't let her... Aren't you eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs and warm up. The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit! You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! This is the fourth battle of the mysterious newcomer called the Wanderer. But will it also be the last? Because this time we picked a special treat for him to feast on. Mesdames and messieurs, you came for blood, and you shall have it!
Learn. Folks just never learn.
So many fights, so little money.
Keep walking. Look who's back! Not bad, not bad. I was expecting you to pee your pants after she did that little trick of hers. But no. You kept your cool, as usual. Sure you don't want to start working as a mercenary? You could make more money that way. Either way, here's your pay. I had hoped you'd ask that. Aye, I do. And this time, you're in for a real challenge. No. If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight. Aye, the pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it to shreds, all we need to do is give it some elixir and have our necromancer stick it back together, and it's as good as new. I won't lie, though. It'll be hard this time, and chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it, though, it'll be worth your time.
You can do this.
Thought so? Well then.
But can the Wanderer also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see. Unleash the beast!
your dance, wanderer. Good. That's enough. Let's talk. Fair enough. This is better. Forgive me my dramatic entrance. I was just about to explain. I'm Thero Naris, voice of the Father. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. And, our little encounter down in the pit erased the last doubts I had about you. That accent. You're an outlander, aren't you? Shit. Does that mean I have to explain who the Relator is to you? Right. The Relator is more than a bunch of criminals, though. But we'll get there. Regarding your original question, the Voices are the military arm of the Relator. I'm sure you've seen some of us before. We come into play when a matter needs a strong hand to resolve itself. Indeed. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hire you for a mission. Well, actually, it's simple. I want your help in killing someone. The Father. Their leader, not mine. When I was 6 years old, the Relator abducted me and a dozen other children. That is, they bought us. Shagun, the old cunt who owned our orphanage, she sold us like cattle. Us, and over the years, at least a dozen more. And we all came from the same orphanage. The refuge. And no, I have no idea what they did to us. I remember nothing. Why? Well, probably because the Father shoved an ingot of gold up her ass for every child she sold. But the flesh maggots got her a while ago, so she took her reasons to the grave with her. Yes. That's the big question, isn't it? At first I thought it was about child trafficking. You know, tender little knaves and girls for rich bastards. Ark's bigwigs. Yet now I've come to the conclusion that it must have been about science. Experiments. Only the Father. As I said, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong idea about them. The Relator doesn't see herself as a guild of murderers, but as a faith. A sect. A cult, in other words. The blackmailing, the shadow tax, is how they finance the little community. That the physical body is the worst thing that ever happened to man. It's a whole that needs to transcend. But we digress. If we're to work together, you'll soon have some rogue cultists telling you all this shit anyway. Kind of. After the Father was done with us, he simply disposed of our corpses. This is also the first memory I have of that time after the abduction. Waking up in a pile of dead bodies. I don't know exactly, but I must have been somewhere between 12 to 14 years old. Still half a child, in other words. As you can imagine, I was a mess for the first few moons after that. Once I was able to think somewhat straight again, I looked for help in the upper city. Of course, the guards didn't believe a word of what I said and sent me right back down into the caverns. Correct. Let's put it this way. I came to realize that no matter how much I cursed and cried, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. I taught myself how to survive, and how to fight. And years later, I entered the dust pit for the first time. One of the voices saw how well I could fight, and offered me to study the Relars. Their codex, their holy scripture, written by the Father himself. I shaved my head and became a scion, the lowest rank. 8 years ago. The Father doesn't bother with most Relame, especially not with the scions. Also, when they discarded me, I was still a child. Now, I'm a man. Revenge. Yes. I want this monster to pay for what he did to me and the others. And I want to make sure that it will never hurt anyone again. Ever. One of the core beliefs of the Relata concerns the Day of Transcendence. It's the day when every Relame who's ever proven him or herself worthy leaves their body to continue existing as an immortal, immaterial being. And they also believe that this day is imminent, since the Father found a way to achieve transcendence for himself and for his lambs. In the weeks to come, it will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. Since this expedition will be an extremely dangerous undertaking, he will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries available. You will be one of them, and together, we will kill the Father. I'm telling you this because I need someone who knows how to kill. Also... never mind. As I said, you can fight. That's enough. By doing something that impresses him. As you can imagine, the Relata already has its stock of sellswords they rely on. But if we do something that impresses the Father or the First Seer, it might be enough to convince him to hire you. Look, I know how shaky it sounds, but it's our best bet. So, are you with me or not? Absolutely. Meet me at the Wailing Tree, 2 hours from now. Here. This'll help you get back to the Undercity in case you need to return to the surface before our meeting. Stay safe.
petto, sotto.
Some people just don't know their...
Penny, my son.
She's fatto incarnate.
Please, just one penny.
Obvious, my son, please.
Laddie vermin! What a surprise. Didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Money on the Eterna.
I don't want to know. If the Relata acts, you don't ask questions. That's the first rule you should hammer into your head down here. In other words, it's fine. The crowd was a bit disappointed, but technically, you won. Though, as I'm sure you understand, I can't pay you this time. How about never? Why? Because no pit fighter, no matter how powdered and glimmer-capped Dusty is, will voluntarily fight a friend of the Relata. If he loses, he dies. If he wins, he dies too. Because the Father's voice will come get him. And now come on, don't give me that look. You earned a shitload of money in a very short time. Maybe you can come back in a couple of moons or so, if the dust has settled. But until then, forget about it.
Just
Remember your training. You can do this.
My sir.
Move along.
Isn't this nice? A sun child graces us with its presence. Conduct yourself.
There you are. Ready? Tree. Oh, yeah, sure. The people down here call it the Weeping Tree. They believe that the Black Guardian, once a year, fulfills one of the wishes they write onto these notes. Superstitious nonsense, of course. They might as well send their wishes to the Blue Island Coalition. Maybe. Ready to set out? What do you think? Because we don't want to draw any attention. If somebody sees me walking around with you, it won't be the end of the world, but I don't want to cause unnecessary problems. First, a question. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Blind Daughters? The massacre that took place 20 years ago. It was at the Farmer's Coast, around midsummer. The farmers had just put out the lights after a long day's work. Suddenly, shrouded figures showed up out of nowhere, with steel masks covering their faces. They broke into the houses and killed anybody who dared to stand in their way. While they merely wreaked havoc on most of the farms, any family with a daughter between 12 and 16 winters was less lucky. All in all, these masked people took 10 daughters that night and carried them away. They were found 1 week later. They lay on the Penny Road, mutilated with their eyes sewn shut. One girl each mile. They tried, but the few farm boys who were there in time stood no chance. These masked attackers were assassins, as deadly as the petrified and as brutal as lost ones. To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Lieber and J.L. Tannison ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark? Yes. Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tannerson claims to have been part of a cult called the Black Libra. Even nowadays, there are still scholars that deny its existence. But according to Tannerson, they see themselves as some kind of counterbalancing power. They make sure that malice and sin, they don't gain the upper hand in this world, and that the scales of good and evil thus stay in balance. Well, this is where it gets bizarre. Normally, the Libra only kills people who have already sinned. Tyrants, rapists, murderers, and so on. Which is also why the attack on the Farmer's Coast didn't make any sense, and still doesn't for most people today. However, the father has a theory. Well, he does have an avid interest in them. Let's put it this way. He has dug up every little bit of information that there is. But we'll come to that later. According to the father, the Black Libra chooses their sinners through the dreams of some kind of holy child. The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests who extract the names and faces of evildoers from them. However, the child doesn't just see people who have already sinned. She also sees evil in its inception. Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he becomes a tyrant, or a girl before she gives birth to a murderer. I know, it sounds insane, but that's what it is. But apparently the Libra fully believes in this principle. The child is omniscient. So it would seem, though according to the father, they wouldn't have just been ordinary murderers, but emissaries of the end. Whatever that may mean. Simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence. This is why he's been studying Tannisson's books like a madman. Especially one in particular, in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. And I also think that this temple in the Frostcliff Mountains is somehow related to the Libra. Long story short, apparently the pages of Tannisson's original manuscript describing the initiation ritual in detail were forcefully torn out, and the father wants to find them. Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts. A man named Collian. Correct. He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tannisson's mentor. In other words, an unscrupulous piece of shit that did nothing but murder people for decades, guilty, the innocent alike. According to the father, he was also the one who orchestrated the Night of the Blind Daughters. However, that massacre seems to have been too much even for his rotten conscience to bear, because he left the Libra shortly thereafter. He took on a new identity. He's been living as a beggar in the Undercity ever since. I saw him once. It's no wonder that nobody knows what kind of monster he is. He's gone completely insane. Drinks away every penny he gets his hands on. Exactly. If we bring them to the First Seer and I tell him how I couldn't have done it without you, he might consider hiring you for the expedition. That's the plan. Not the best one, certainly, but, all we're getting. Then we'll need to improvise. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that. He currently lives in the communes. That is, if he isn't in some whore's bed in the Silver Cloud right now or getting hammered in the False Dark. I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the First Seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more convincing our little story will be. One more thing. Don't go easy on that scum. He might seem harmless now, but remember what he's done. And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
Penny, my son.
So incarnate.
Please, just one penny.
My sir. My sir.
Please, just leave me be.
Huh?
Well, look at that. Our friend has a visitor. Get out of here.
What?
I said, get out of here. We need 10 minutes. Afterwards, you can fuck as many men as you want.
Of course, my lord. At once.
Interesting. Yes. Never mind. Look at him. Pissed like a rat. A miracle he could even get it up. I sure as fuck don't want you to cuddle with him. And again, never forget what this man did. He may look pathetic, but that doesn't change the fact that he orchestrated the murder of 10 girls. Innocent girls.
Yeah, who are you? Nylock is tired. Nylock needs sleep.
Information. You remind him of Killian when he still lived. So much anger in you, so much hatred. Killian knew this feeling too well. This anger, this cold, rotten wrath. And then the dream came and showed him his calling. But he was so blind, he didn't see where the road led him. Only when those little flowers' corpses lay dead in the dust did he see what he had done, what he had become. Now Killian has been punished. He's dead, and Nylock deserves to suffer for eternity. Pages? Nylock doesn't know what you mean. Now please, go. Nylock is tired and needs to sleep.
All right. Let me rephrase my friend's words. You stop playing confused oracle and fucking tell us what we want to know now. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll let you live. Are we clear?
But Nylock just...
Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Nylock understands. Please forgive him. So, the pages. Yes, of course, the pages. Nylock remembers. Killian tore them from Tannerson's book before the world could see them. Yes, of course. But tell me, what do you want with them? You won't be able to read them. Because they're written in the language of the Libra. Even Killian couldn't read a single word of them. Isn't it obvious? Because something else guided Tannerson's hand when he wrote them. Nylock doesn't have a choice, does he? All right, he will do as you demand. The pages, he buried them together with his old skin. He can show you the pages. But tell him, my sir, if he shows you the pages, could you... Well, Nylock is hungry, Nylock is thirsty, and he has no more coin. Yes, Naylock understands. Good. Come, follow. My sir, Naylock has a question.
What?
Your face. You seem familiar. Are you certain that you have never met Naylock before?
How would I know? Maybe. This is the way to the tar pit. Are you sure that's where we're supposed to be going? I won't... If this is a trap...
It's not, my sir. Naylock is vermin, but he knows when he has to obey. You can trust him.
I won't. But fine.
Ahoy.
Hold it right there, old man. Where do you think you're going? You're a little too old for digging.
He belongs to us. We're acting under the Father's orders.
Brother Wrath, from ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. I didn't recognize you. Forgive me.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. Let us throw.
Of course. Father's blessings.
Father's blessings. Keep going, scum.
Yes, of course. Yes, we're here. This is where he buried the pages.
The deserted tunnels. We should be wary. There are a lot of lowlights. Look out! Look out!
all you've got.
Look out! Look out!
Please for this, I swear it.
Waste of time.
There. Back there. That's where he buried his old skin. Please, my sir. You need to just take these last few steps alone. Maylock can't. He just can't.
Is this a trap?
What? No. Oh, of course not. It's just... Maylock can't. Don't you understand? To see him after all this time? No. Kill Naylock if you don't believe him, but he will stay.
Fine. You go on ahead.
Look for the skeleton. You need to dig.
Don't shout.
Look out!
skeleton. I'm not seeing anything. Let's look around. Let me see. Yeah. Well, that looks promising. Then I guess we need to dig. Come help me. Here we go. This must be it. Pretty big. What the blazes did he put in there? What's that smell? What the? Oh, shit. You mean this body is... Nonsense. You want to know what I think? This is probably some poor sod that crossed this lunatic's path at the wrong time. So we put him right into the crate with the pages. Bloody son of a whore. Right you are. Come on. You take them. Got them? All right. Back to Carlion. Get up, scum.
My sir. You found what you were looking for, didn't you? He can tell by your eyes.
We found the pages and something else. Whose corpse is in that chest?
What? But he told you, didn't he? It's Carlion. Naylock buried him. Yes. He said it before, didn't he? Carlion couldn't continue to live in this shell after what he did, so he shed it and gave birth to Naylock. And Naylock buried him, together with the memories. You don't believe him, do you? You believe Naylock is lying. But it's the truth, the simple truth. You two, more than anyone else, should understand.
Sure. Either way, we have what we wanted. And now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Carlion. It's been long overdue.
What? But you said that you'd spare him if he'd show you the pages.
We said that we would think about it. And guess what? I did. You're a murderer, Carlion. And you've killed more people than I can count. Men, women, and children. And you know what? This whole act about how remorseful you are, I'm not buying it. Yes, you drank your bloody brains into oblivion, but ultimately, the only one you truly pity is yourself. What? And to you, that's all that matters? If we let him live, even as a stinking beggar, we spit on the graves of... This is about justice. I thought you'd be bright enough to understand. Yes. Any last words?
Letho.
What?
Naylock remembers. By the name of the sun, you were in the refuge orphanage, you and your friend, Letho.
What do you know about the refuge?
Back then, before the flesh maggot plague, when Naylock was still strong, the Kyranian woman who ran the orphanage gave him work. Don't you remember? He carried crates, he cleaned the floor, he cooked.
That was you? Uncle Naylock?
Yes, that's what you called him, Uncle Naylock. By the Guardians, it's been so long, but he remembers it all now. You and your friend, you were inseparable. Until...
You're right. I do remember.
What?
We were there when they took us. Worse, you helped them. What did she pay you, that old cunt? Huh? Carrying crates? Selling children to the Rolada? All the same, isn't it?
No, what? Naylock doesn't understand. He only...
Let's go. Well, as I said, we're done here. Next we need to bring the pages to the first seer, which will, hopefully, encourage him to consider you as a mercenary for the expedition. But we'll see. Before we do that, though, we need to discuss a couple of things. We cannot afford a single mistake if we want this to work. Meet me in my hideout tomorrow morning, alright? It's a small abandoned warehouse in the main cabin, right before the path up to the city. There's an old poster of the theater right next to the door. That's how you recognize it. The dark corners of our minds. Until then.
What?
Yes?
Oh my, now who... This, to see you here, fills me with bliss. 'Cause I can tell just from your eyes, I've seen this. My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee. My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee. My wares it is you want to see.
May your path always...
My friend, of course. Take care.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? You couldn't have picked a better time to come to Enderal. An outlander? What are you doing in this place?
Well, well. The venerable Sunchild graces us with its presence. Come to gawk at the people worse off than you.
A penny, my son. Please, just one penny.
The tale that struck me in the hearts of so many. Summer it was, the day had just...
What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave.
Sleep, sweet child. Close your eyes. The ravens come to claim its prize. Can you hear his wings in the night?
There you are. I was beginning to wonder whether you got cold feet. Well, that's the plan. But as I said, We will have to discuss a couple of things first. And please listen carefully, even if it sounds boring. If we blow our cover, then it will not just be the end of our plan, but also the end of the two of us. So, the Ralata has a holy scripture called the Ralas, or the Book Out of the Ashes. Its verses are the commandments of every Ralaim. It affects you because there are a couple of rules that you have to abide by once we're inside the temple. To infringe them is a crude sign of disrespect, and no mercenary who values his life would do that. In other words, if we want nobody to get wind of our plan, you'll need to fit in. Number 1, never talk to an acolyte, or voice, or seer if they don't address you first. As a mercenary, you're at the bottom of the hierarchy, on one level with the Scions. By their garments, Scions wear plain robes and sometimes hoods. Acolytes wear the purple robes of the Relata with their distinctive sun pattern. Seers wear similar robes, only more ornate. Voices wear the same armor that I wear. Rule number 2, wear this, or a helmet, whenever you enter the temple. The Relata detests the display of the body, as all corporeality. Nobody will attack you if you enter the temple unveiled, but it will make people suspicious. And finally, rule number 3, do not openly talk about the Father. It's considered blasphemy. You most likely won't see him before the expedition anyways. There are Ralaim down there that have been committed to the Relas for 20 years now, and never saw him in person. It binds us to the physical plane. Well, how would I know? It's a rule. And we all know how much religious people love following rules without questioning them. I'm sure the Father had his reasons. I guess I saw him more than once as he experimented on my body as a child, but if you're referring to my time at the Relata, yes, I have. Different. A lot more different from how you would probably picture him. Yeah, one more thing. In case the first seer asks, you contacted me, not the other way around. You heard the rumor that the Father is looking for the lost pages, and a man named Rezio Doran gave you the tip about Carlian. You then contacted me and the false dog, and we went to get the pages together. Either way, enough of the talking. I informed the first seer of our coming, and like any sleeper, you will be tested by another voice in front of the temple. A person who hasn't seen the truth yet. In other words, everybody who's not a Ralaim. Follow me.
Burns.
Mind your own fucking business.
My sir.
What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick.
Woman thinks she's Vatira incarnate.
So I put that.
Hmm?
Oh, stupid sheep. All of
All right. Almost there.
Move along. Huh?
Something you want to tell me? Soon.
Yes?
Brother Sorrow?
Brother Wrath. From ashes to blood. From blood to liberation. Is this the sleeper?
Yes.
He knows the rules?
Of course.
Good. Hold still.
Another sleeper.
Interesting. You may enter.
Thank you, brother.
Father's blessings.
Well, that was strange.
Should have just paid his
Ah,
tax.
right.
Well, some
The short
people
version.
never learn.
Once you devote your life to the Relas, you need to take on a new name. The name of your biggest vice in your life before the awakening. Relaim always call each other by their new names, but we voices often use our dead names in the outside world. Hardly. Most people don't like talking about their lives before the Relata. Every emotion is a weakness. Joy, greed, lust, scorn. According to the Relas, everything that is human is another obstacle on the way to transcendence. This man, he wasn't just any voice. He was the Father's right hand, Brother Sorrow.
Same shit, different smell.
Good question. Let's just stay on our guard. I know. He's always been like that. But don't underestimate him. This man is a monster. I once saw him fight 4 thugs at once who thought it was a good idea to rob a voice of the Father. He decapitated one of them, broke another one's face, and cut down the remaining 2 with a single swing of his sword. Most Relaim do. Complete veiling isn't required, but it's considered a sign of religious devotion. Yes.
Son child.
Rialta Shara.
Been watching you sleep. Always. Pity. He was a
They
good
will
man.
never understand, brother. You should stop agonizing.
They're my family.
Wrong. They were. You are Ralaim now, and transcendence is near. So we are the only family we need. You should just burn these letters, meditate on them, and form your plans. Now isn't the time to stray from the Ralas.
Yes. Yes. You're right. Thank you, sister.
There's nothing to forgive.
First Seer. From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
Ah, Brother Wrath. Is this our visitor?
Yes, First Seer. He helped me find the lost pages.
Interesting. Show me. Interesting. Tell me, how did you know that the Father is looking for these?
Never understand, brother. You should stop agonizing over it.
They're my family.
Wrong. There's nothing to forgive. From ashes to blood,
We're watching
from blood
this.
to liberation. Rolata Shira.
I don't believe that. He wouldn't just run away like that. You knew him.
Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe none of us did.
Don't say that. You know that's not true.
I just hope we'll find him.
First Seer. From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
Ah, Brother Wrath. Is this our visitor?
Yes, First Seer. He helped me find the lost pages.
Interesting.